Welcome to week 1 of 5, focusing on yoga for your back or back bends. We're going to work on increasing our flexibility, increasing our strength in our back and our shoulders and our chest, which helps us have that nice posture and balance and increase our mobility with yoga. So welcome to week 1 of 5. Optional is a yoga block. If you have one, feel free to use it. If you have some other prop like a water bottle that brings the ground up to meet your hand a little bit, that can make some poses nicer and more accessible, but it's certainly not a requirement. So maybe pause the video, grab something like that if you want it. Otherwise, a yoga mat is helpful. It can be softer on your knees and easier to do. Make your practice a little more comfortable if you have a yoga mat. Again, if you're at home and you're on the carpet or whatever, you can literally just lay a towel down or just do it anywhere you want. Anyway, so welcome. Let's get started. We're going to start in what we call child's pose. So you're going to go ahead and get on your hands and knees. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Then widen your knees open, and then you're going to sit back on your heels. Come down to your forearms. Eventually straightening out your arms. You can bring your forehead down to the mat. This is what we call child's pose. So my palms are down, my fingers are relaxed, my head is relaxed, my whole body is relaxed. I'm feeling a stretch in my lower back here. And if this pose is not comfortable for you for some reason, no worries. You can lie flat on the mat on your belly or on your back or find something else to do. The whole purpose right now is just to unplug from whatever it is we just came from and allow our minds and our bodies just to adjust, slow down, and allow us some time to relax. Life is really busy. I don't know if you just got done work, chores around the house, paying bills. I don't know. But you kind of have to just give yourself some space to disconnect from whatever it was that you were doing and to be here. So we're going to work on really becoming more present here in the moment. We can do that by focusing on the sensations in our body, what we're feeling, thinking about it. Another nice tool we're going to use today is our breath. So if you can, start noticing how it feels as you breathe. Notice the sensations as you inhale. Notice the sensations as you exhale, just breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to mention a couple things here with the breath. Feel free to try it if you like. And that is nose breathing. So if you can, if you want to, let's practice nose breathing. Seal your lips off and just inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. If that doesn't work today, that's okay too. All right, do your best. Just a suggestion. Let's add on to that suggestion with another one. And let's make that breath really deep now. So as you inhale, really fill up your lungs all the way. Good. And as you exhale, let all the air out through your nose. Completely empty everything out. Good. I just want you to keep this breath flowing in and out. So massive inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale everything out. Keep it going. So let's just smooth out that breath and let it capture our attention, let it capture our focus. This kind of breath is not natural. It does require concentration. And that's the nice thing about it. It just really requires our mind to be present. And I don't know any better place to be than in the present moment. It's a way of stepping away from the stresses of life and being here and taking care of yourself and noticing what your body needs. Good. So do your best with it. Take another inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and come up to hands and knees, tabletop position, and line your shoulders up with your wrists and your knees and hips up. Go ahead and gaze down between your thumbs. So you are in a tabletop position. We're going to take a few cat-cows here. So we're going to inhale, hammock your belly, let your butt press out behind you, look up, slide your shoulders away from your ears. This is cow pose. On the exhale, you're going to tuck and dome that spine all the way up for cat pose. And inhale, hammock your belly, look up. And exhale, tuck and dome the spine. Inhale, hammock your belly, look up. And exhale, tuck and dome. And then come to neutral spine tabletop position. I want you to just kind of wiggle it out, shifting your hips back and forth. All right, or move any way that makes your back feel relaxed or feels intuitively right. If you want to sneak in another cat-cow, go ahead. All right, and then eventually meet me here in this tabletop position. In this tabletop position, I want you to go ahead and tuck your toes underneath and press your butt to the sky. So we're in this downward facing dog. Spread your 10 fingers wide. Good. Press your hands into the mat nice and strong and look back at your toes. Your feet might be hip width distance apart. They could be closer together. You could even take them as wide as the mat. I'm going to go ahead and take mine as wide as my mat right now. I'm just going to press into the mat. So we're just warming it up a bit. Really press your chest back. If your feet were wide, go ahead and bring them back close together. Good, and just stay here for a moment. Feel it out. So you're like this upside down V position. Shake your head, yes and no. Make sure you don't hang on to any tension in your neck. You got it. Now from here, I want you to inhale your right leg to the sky. Don't worry how high it gets. Look back at your right toes. Make sure they're facing down towards the mat so your hip is squared off. Good, towards the mat. Now from here, open your hip. Point your toes to the right, bend your right knee. Good, and then straighten it out, square the hip back off. Set it down. Inhale your left leg to the sky, stay here, flex your left foot, point those left toes down towards the mat. Good. Now go ahead and open it up, left toes to the left, bend your left knee, and straighten it out, square that left hip off again, and set it down. All right, from here, inhale your right leg up to the sky, open the hip again, bend the knee. Good, straighten it out. And then look up in between your hands, bend your right knee, draw the knee up towards your nose, eventually setting it down in between your hands, drop your left knee. Now, if you can't do that in one big step, don't worry about it. All right, take a couple steps, as many steps as you need to get that right foot up in between your hands. Good. Now stay here. This is dragon pose. That right knee goes right up over that right ankle here. All right, and you can just adjust your back left knee as needed. If you don't have a lot of flexibility, you might have that right knee up further than mine, but feel it out. If that's not enough, slide your left knee back just a little bit. But always look for that place where maybe you could go a little more, but that doesn't mean you do. You're just going just enough where you're feeling a nice stretch and you can remain calm and your body's not screaming at you saying get out ASAP. You want to be able to sit with it. Okay, my hands are on either side of that right foot. Here's where a block or a water bottle comes in handy. If you wanted to place your hand on it and maybe bring your right elbow onto your right thigh, you could. Otherwise, your hands or your fingertips can be touching the mat, and try to relax your head and relax your neck. Okay, so it's up to you. You can use a prop or you can skip it. If you get into this pose and you realize, you know, I went too far, then feel free to back it off a little bit. All right. And once you find that perfect place, I want you to maybe just close your eyes and start really focusing on the breath. All right, inhale through your nose massively. Fill up your lungs all the way. And then I want you to exhale through your nose all the way, like empty everything out. Good. And then as you breathe, relax as much as you can, and maybe you can get to the point where you're breathing, you're lost in the breath, but at the same time, you might notice little areas of your body that you might be holding tension or holding tightness in, that you could just relax or soften just a little bit more. So every time I exhale, just look for that little place to soften. Maybe it's in my hips, maybe it's just in my face, maybe it's just a little space between my eyebrows. I don't know, just look for little bits of places, little tiny places that you can soften and relax. Good. Let's take 3 more massive breaths here. Good. Let your breath be maybe a little bit noisy as you make it really deep. Just tuning out all distractions. All right, on your next exhale, I want you to slowly shift your hips back, just so you can start straightening out that right leg, and you can come to this front half split position. Good. Your hips are still squared forward. They're even. Your right knee could have a slight bend in it, or it could be straight, just depending on your flexibility that you have in your right hamstring. So we're stretching out the right hamstring. Hands are on either side of the right leg. Hips are squared forward. Don't dump into one side more than the other. Spine is long over the right leg. And breath continues. Massive inhales, massive exhales. Keep it going. We'll take about 3 massive breaths here. On the exhale, go ahead and rebend that knee. And I want you to tuck that left toe underneath. Bring that left knee up off of the mat. And bring your right foot next to left, butt high to the sky for a downward facing dog. Now from here, I want you to inhale your left leg up again. Open the left hip, bend the knee. And straighten it out. Look up between your hands and take a giant step. Bring your left foot up in between your hands. Drop your back right knee. All right, that left knee lines up with that left ankle. That right knee can slide back as much as you want. Again, looking for that stretch that's just right in the middle. Nothing extreme, nothing forced. You might find that one side is a little bit more flexible than the other, and that's okay. Just do what you need to do on this side. If you want to, grab a block or a water bottle or some sort of prop to bring your hands up a little bit higher up. You can, but you don't need to, okay? So that's always an option. You could put one under one side of your body or one arm. If you had 2, you could do 2. Those are just options, okay? Otherwise, your fingertips could be on the mat. Try to relax your head, relax your neck. And then once you find that spot where you can sit with and not freak out, because if you're freaking out, you need to back off a little, okay? So just go to that spot where you can relax. And then I want you to really focus in on your breathing. Maybe close your eyes. Inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs all the way. And exhale through your nose, empty it all out. Good, just keep it going. Massive inhales in, massive exhales out. Relax. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Good. And just like before, just search for little areas that you can soften in your body. You might be clenching something that you did not even notice that you were clenching. All right, just notice all those little areas and relax every time you exhale. Nice job. Just letting everything else go here. Feel free to adjust this pose, modify it, back off a little bit if you got in and you went too extreme. You don't need to sit in that extreme state the whole time. You can even take breaks if you want. But whatever you choose, make sure you're breathing the whole time. All right? Maintain that breath. That breath is a good measure on if we are calm or if we're freaking out, because it's kind of hard to freak out when you're breathing deep in and out through your nose. So from here, let's take 3 more massive inhales. All right. On your next exhale, you're going to go ahead and make sure your hands are planted on the mat. Tuck your right toes underneath and bring the right knee up off of the mat. And then step your left foot back next to the right so you're in a downward facing dog. Good job. Stay here. Take a couple breaths. If you need to drop to your knees now and then, that's okay too. Down dog can be, a pretty hefty pose if you don't practice it often, right? It really works your shoulders. Make this practice about you. Don't do everything I say just because I say to do it. Do what you need today. All right? I don't know how you're feeling better than you. All right? Every day looks a little bit different. You could do the same video for 7 days in a row, and every day it looks a little bit different, because you should be modifying it or adjusting it according to your needs. All right, from here, inhale your right leg up to the sky, open the right hip and the knee, straighten it out. We're going to step the right foot up in between your hands. Again, drop the left knee. Again, find your way to dragon pose. All right, you have an option this time of bringing your hands up to your right leg and sinking into it. If you come to this and you're like, no, I'm not doing that, I can't do that today, that's okay. Just go to the previous pose. You can do this dragon pose with your hands on the mat, just like we were doing it before. That's okay too. So again, lining your right knee up with your right ankle, or maybe it's before your right ankle. Back left knee as far as back as you want, but not too far that you're jamming into your body. Good. Maybe your gaze is straight ahead. Keep your belly nice and tight. Help support your lower back. Lift your heart. Breathe. Let's take 3 massive breaths here. All right, on your next exhale, slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Shift your hips back and come back to that front half split like we did before, keeping your hips squared side by side. Spine is long over the right leg. Couple breaths here. Nice job. On your next exhale, go ahead and rebend that right knee. Keep your hands low on the mat. Left toe tucks, left knee comes up, right foot next to left, but high, down dog. Let's do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Open the hip and the knee and straighten it out. Step it up. Drop the back right knee, dragon pose. Again, same options. Your hands can stay low. If you're ready for a little more, you can bring your hands up to your left leg, but you don't have to, okay? Left knee lines up with the left ankle, or maybe a little before. Right knee slides back as far as comfortable, but you're getting a nice stretch. Tighten up your belly, tighten up your core. Good. And then heart lifts, shoulders relax, gazing straight ahead, and breathe. Just feel, relax into it. Good. Take another massive inhale. On the exhale, bring your hands down. Tuck your right toe underneath. Bring your right knee up off of the mat. Good. And then step your left foot next to right. Downward facing dog. Pause here. We're going to do that again on each side, but I'll add one more option in there when we do that dragon pose. All right, from here, inhale your right leg up again, open the right hip, bend the knee, and straighten it out. Good. I want you to step that right foot up in between your hands, drop the back left knee. Dragon pose. You have three options: hands down, hands up on your right leg, or option 3, arms to the sky. Good. Again, make sure your core is nice and tight. You're drawing your belly in. You're using those belly muscles to help support your core. Heart is lifting. Roll your pinkies in to relax your shoulders. Maybe you have a little arch in your back here as you lift your heart. Let's take a few breaths here. 3 breaths. You got it. On your next exhale, hands to the mat, shift your hips back, front half split. Spine is long over the right leg. Take another massive inhale. Rebend the right knee, stay here, dragon pose. All right, again, 3 options: hands low, hands on your leg, or arms to the sky. But this time I'm adding a 4th option. So if you're here, you can drop your hands, you can just open your chest, or if you have the space, you can interlace your fingers and really arch back, lift your heart. Good. Couple breaths here. On your exhale, arms up and hands to the mat. Tuck your left toe underneath. Right foot back, butt high, down dog. Good job. From here, inhale, left leg to the sky, open the knee. Good, straighten it out. And step it up. Right knee down, dragon pose. 3 options: hands low, hands on your left leg, or arms to the sky, pinkies roll in. Shoulders relax, lift your heart, breathe. Bottom belly breaths in and out of your nose. Good. Take another massive inhale. Hands to the mat, shift it back, front half split, left side. I think I skipped the last front half split in the last round. We'll stay here for an extra moment. Remember, keep your hips squared off. Spine long over the left leg. You got it. Take another massive inhale. And rebend that left knee, coming back to dragon pose. So remember those options I just went through. We're going to do those again, but then there'll be the added 4th option of maybe, just maybe, interlacing your hands behind your lower back. So pick your option. You can bring your hands up onto your leg, arms to the sky, or release your arms down, opening the chest, or hands interlace. Chest up. Couple breaths here. Breathe. Take another inhale. Arms to the sky, hands to the mat. Good. Tuck your toe underneath. Knee up off of the mat. Right knee, left leg next to right. Butt to the sky. Downward facing dog. Nice work. From here, I want you to inhale forward so you're in a plank position. Float your shoulders right over your wrist here. You got it. Press the floor away nice and strong. Draw your belly up and in. Press the floor away. Fingers spread wide. Shift your weight forward into your toes. Keep your elbows tucked in. You can drop your knees if you want to. Lower down slow. Untuck your toes. Keep your hands where they're at. Keep your elbows tucked in. Inhale for what we call cobra. And exhale down. Inhale up for cobra, lift the heart, and exhale down. Again, inhale, cobra, good, stay here. Float your hands up off of the mat, good, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands down, come down. Take a moment. All right, let's hold that cobra. We're going to do it 2 more times. So inhale, chest up, elbows in, float your palms. 5, relax your glutes. 4, really working those upper back muscles. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Good. So we're just relaxing everything now. Breathe. Let's do it 1 more time. Inhale, peel your chest up. Elbows stay tucking in. Relax your glutes, relax your legs, float your palms. You're really working those back muscles. Good. Gaze down at the floor, down your cheeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down and relax. Bring your arms down by your sides. Maybe turn your head to one side if you want. Take a moment. All right, now from here, go ahead and bring your head to the center. And if you want to, you can float your arms down by your sides this time. And we're going to inhale, chest up. If you want your palms on the mat or you want to float your palms, you can. Otherwise, arms down by your sides using your upper back muscles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, turn your head maybe to the other side. Take a moment here. All right, let's come to the center again. And this time, if you want to add your legs on with your arms up, you can for locust pose, full locust pose. So first of all, take a massive inhale in right where you're at. Exhale out right where you're at. On the inhale, chest rises up. Maybe your legs float up off of the mat. Good. Shoulders away from your ears. Palms towards the ceiling. Locust pose, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Turn your head to the other side now. Take a moment and breathe. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. Bend your elbows. Plant your palms, come up to hands and knees, sit your butt on your heels, widen your knees open, come back to the child's pose where we started from. Breathe. Now just stretching out our lower back here. Good. All right, take another massive inhale. Come up through hands and knees, and I want you to go ahead and sit on your butt. And we're going to roll back onto our back. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Hang on to your right knee and let your left leg go straight. Place your left hand onto your right knee. Right arm opens up to the right. Guide your right knee over to the left. Gaze to the right for a gentle twist. Good. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. Keep that bottom belly breath still going. Take another massive inhale. Come back to the center. And I want you to go ahead and squeeze both knees in. This time hang on to your left knee. Let your right leg go straight. Right hand on your left knee. Left arm opens to the left. And guide your left knee over to the right. Gaze to the left. Gentle twist other side. Keep breathing. Good. Take another massive inhale. Come back to the center. And go ahead and squeeze both knees in to your chest. Maybe bring your head up off of the mat. Take a massive inhale. On the exhale, legs go straight. Arms down by your sides. Close your eyes for our final pose. Are called Shavasana. It's a pose of rest, traditionally just on your back. Arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. Good. So just breathe. If you have 5 minutes or so, take 5 minutes. Now if you want to stay here a little bit longer, feel free. If you're ready to get out, you can get out with me, but get out slow. So whenever you're ready, no rush. You're going to turn to one side and just relax. All right, and when you're ready, you're going to come all the way up. Find an easy seated position. Bring your hands heart center. I hope you feel better than when you started today. Your mind thanks you and your body thanks you. Join me all month for Backbends. This is 1 out of 5. So if you're watching this later, check out those other backbend videos on this channel, Yoga Your Heart with Deb. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that weekly video that comes out. I hope you have an amazing day. Namaste.